What Sega Saturn arcade port canceled at the last minute? Probably a lot of them. They were probably a lot more than we think. Oh. Oh, don't give me that bullshit. You didn't want to see Time Splitters anyway. No one wants to see Time Splitters. Every time I play it, everybody leaves. But I am actually going to play it. Stream splitters. FMV shooter on rails was awful. I mean, it depends on the game. Nova Storm's alright. Starblade's not too bad either. Granted, the original was actual real-time polygons, but still, same gameplay. It is. Time Splitters is great. I haven't beaten the game since back in the day, and we're already, I think, over halfway through it, based on what I played the other night. Yeah, you're talking like those American laser games. I mean, thing is, those things were pretty popular in arcades, so the Sega CD wasn't the only platform that got those. You know, they were also PC games, they were CDI games, they were 3DO games. It just, you know, it's a product of its time. Product of its time that hasn't aged well at all, but it is what it is. I don't really see the point in, like, knocking it. It just is what it is. If any of you actually lived during that time, lived through that time, you know, you'd have some understanding. But yeah, they're not great. They're not really that fun to play anymore. Well, I don't know. I think Mad Dog McCree is mildly entertaining. Ah, I keep missing that. No, I'm not saying it's all we had, Travis Student, because we had other stuff, dude. I'm just saying that at the time, like, it made sense to bring those games to home consoles. They were arcade hits. They were popular. And full motion video was, whether you liked it or not, it was the cutting edge technology at the time. I mean, hell. I mean, I'm glad full motion video stuff exists. I was blown away by it back in the day. Even when I got my Sega CD after the PlayStation was already out, I was still blown away by the full motion video because it was my first CD-based console. So I always have a soft spot for it in that regard too. And not all the full motion video games are bad. But yeah, it's definitely, regardless the actual genre that it is, whether it's point-and-click adventure, or it's light gun shooter, or it's on-rails shooter, or it's fucking hybrid, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, where it's actually a side-scrolling semi-beat-em-up. A lot of them haven't aged very well, and they're hard to go back to. But then I wonder why especially Sega CDs on for FMV when it was available on almost every other system. You're forgetting about like the 100 other full motion video games on the system. We're not just talking about those arcade ports. I mean, what's the name of the game? Go look up like Wirehead, or Double Switch, or Power Rangers, or Kamen Rider, Masked Rider. Fahrenheit, obviously Night Trap, Supreme Warrior, you know, the not Digital Eclipse, Digital, what the hell their names were called, I completely forgot. Slam City, Surgical Strike. Then you had like the anime-based ones, which were also arcade ports, like Cobra Command, Road Avenger, Revenge of the Ninja, Time Gal, Dragon's Lair, Space Ace. Dracula on Sega CD was not point and click. It was just side-scrolling. Dracula did not have inventory, no. It was literally just a dumb side-scrolling beat 'em up. Not like... I don't like using the term beat 'em up, but think of it more like Altered Beast, Kung Fu Master. It's that kind of game. You can't move up or down. You just move left and right and jump. Yeah, no inventory. You're probably thinking of a different Dracula game. Some of the console ones, I think, might have... I think some of the console ones... sorry, Super Nintendo and Genesis, I think those had inventory systems. Yeah, you're thinking Frankenstein. Frankenstein does have those elements. I'm pretty sure there was a bundle that had Frankenstein and Dracula on it on the same disc. Actually, not the same disc, just the same package. There were a couple of 2-for-1 deals out there. Are you talking Dracula on Sega CD, Kevin? Then yeah, it is. It absolutely is. But it's also full motion video background, so it can kind of be lumped into like the full motion video genre as well. It's kind of weird. It's a weird one. Because when a lot of people think of full motion video games, they don't just think of, you know, games with like live action and whatnot. It's they're using full motion video for like everything. That's what a lot of people think when they think full motion video. So you can lump a lot of games into the FMV category. But the actual genres for all the FMV games in the system are quite varied. The point-and-click adventure ones have definitely held up the best. Like, Jurassic Park is actually pretty good. Same with Mansion of Hidden Souls. That's actually a really solid game. But then you've got, like, the on-rail shooters. Hit or miss. Very, very hit or miss. Like, Sewer Shark is more miss than not. Corpse Killer's kind of bad, if you ask me. But then, like I said, you also have other types of on-rail shooters, like Nova Storm, where you're actually moving your ship around on screen. Kind of like Star Fox. It's not anywhere near as good as something like Star Fox, but it's still solid. It has its fans. Microcosm, unfortunately, is janky as all hell on Sega CD. Definitely one game they didn't really get right on that system. And actually, that game really shows FMV shooting done completely wrong. Like, it'll look like you're gonna dodge like a wall. No, you slam right into the wall, even though you didn't even touch it. Like, the collision detection is really bad in that game. Could have been a cool game. It's a cool concept. Mansion of Hidden Souls does have a Saturn sequel, yeah. I've never beaten the Saturn one, but it doesn't seem as good as the Sega CD one. Oh, come on. I used that just too late. No, they are full motion video, Travis Student. Doesn't matter whether FMV is live action or pre-rendered, it's still full motion video. Sega CD games had pre-rendered visuals as well, like Mansion of Hidden Souls. Hell, probably made by the same people that made Lunacy. It's got the exact same kind of style and same gameplay style too. Alright, let's not suck at this bonus stage this time. That would be good. Fuck. He's just calling it a Mega CD. I mean, other regions didn't really get that many extra games that we missed. Not like great ones anyway. And you can still play them on a North American Sega CD if you have like a flash cart and you load a different BIOS. Nice little feature. There aren't many, Trevor Student. There's a version of Ninja Warriors, the arcade game from Japan. That's worth checking out. Then there's Night Striker S. Not Strike. No, not S. S is the Saturn version. But Night Strikers on Sega CD. That's a Taito on-rails shooter. Pretty solid game. Sega CD version is not the best way to play it, because you can get played on Saturn. But it's still cool. I think there's like probably one or two other games that people talk about. Pirates Gold. I don't think Pirates was on Sega CD. Or if it was, well, maybe, I don't know. Shit, I wish I had my phone next to me so I could look it up. I don't remember ever seeing a Sega CD version of Pirates. I remember seeing, I'm pretty sure a Genesis version of it. Unless it was like, overseas only. Wow, 4 S ranks. Thanks, Red Dwarf. See, now I'm curious. Should look into seeing if there are any European exclusives for the Mega CD. I should try them out. Yeah, no, Saturn's a great system, Travis Stunin. Fantastic system. Yeah, Saturn would probably be pretty high up on that list for me too. If I had to only have one system. It's got quite the library. Yeah, that was like one of the earliest shmups I ever played, dude. That, in Life Force, in Abadox. I actually have a Let's Play of it from a long time ago. Devastator? Are you talking the PS1 game, Red Dwarf? But yeah, there is a first-person shooter on Sega CD that was European exclusive, and then it got a aftermarket release in the late 90s or early 2000s. Why were they way too intimidating, man? A lot of those early shmups were not that hard. Like, Dragon Spirit's really easy. It's one of the easiest probably ever made. Like, the NES version, I mean. The arcade and PC Engine versions can be tough. Game mechanics... What do you mean? I think you're fucking overthinking it, dude. You play fucking Super Mario Brothers, right? Fucking shmups are even easier than that. And that's pretty fucking easy. You played Sonic the Hedgehog, right? You can play a shmup. It's not rocket science, dude. You move the D-pad, you press a fucking button. That's it. Please tell him, guys. Like, anyone can play shooters. Now, whether you'll be decent at them after a time is another story altogether. Just hold that thought. Yeah, right. Trevor Student's like, now's a good time for me to escape this conversation. It seems fine so far, Fochan. I played the 32X for about a half hour on my Genesis Model 1. So last Friday, we were doing it on the Genesis Model 2 and it kept freezing. And even after I took the system apart, granted, I was drunk and took it apart, it still froze on us. So I ordered a Genesis Model 1 to Genesis Model 2 adapter so I could use my Genesis 2 RGB cable on my 32X. Because the Genesis Model 1 adapter, or Genesis Model 1 RGB cable won't work on a 32X. Yeah, got it. I mean, tested it out. It seems fine. So... Oh, I didn't test MK2. I thought about it. Cosmic Carnage worked. That froze on us. Primal Rage worked. That froze on us too. I mean, pretty much anything froze on us the other night. Yeah, Fochan, I can't even remember if I fired up Sonic 3 and Knuckles last week. I probably did. I just don't remember. But, yeah, it might have been something going on with the Genesis 2. Or maybe it's just a, like... however the Genesis Model 2 is communicating with the 32X just isn't functioning right. I don't know. Oh yeah, Super Nintendo has a crazy amount of custom chips. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Oh, I finally just figured out how to deal with the first form. Okay. Yeah, the Super Nintendo version of Street Fighter Alpha 2 for an SNES game is actually pretty good. I like going back to it. Like, they did about as good of a job as they probably could have, and it's still a lot of fun to play. Thanks, Red Dwarf. Oh, 2 weeks? That's nothing. Probably not Red Dwarf. No, I don't really have the money. I'll wait. It's not like they're gonna be hard to find. I don't know. I say that now, but every time something like that comes out, I do get hyped for it. And it would make a good YouTube stream. But I'll probably try to hold off. Try to, anyway. Yeah, no, I've been like spending lots of money I don't have lately. So like I really need to start focusing on like focusing harder on the credit cards, getting them down. Like I'm trying to sell my Nintendo Switch right now. I'm having no luck. I did trade my Xbox One X to a friend yesterday for his S model, and I got 175 on top of it. So that helped. I put that immediately towards a credit card. Xbox One's my primary system. But I was like, you know, I'm going to get the new one when it comes out, like a year and a half from now, most likely. I don't really need the X anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if your cards have been open a while, then yeah, you're gonna get rammed with interest, man. I get rammed with interest every month, because my credit cards are all pretty old. Whew. Good time to use cheer. Oh, trust me, man. I am very thankful I don't have child support. Shit, that's not good. There we go. I had to use that bomb. Alright, see you, Aquas. What's backseat driving referring to? Giving me unwanted tips without asking me. Stuff like that. Or telling me how to play the game when I haven't asked. Do this! Do that! No, you're doing it wrong! That's backseat driving. And spoiling games that I'm new to. That is one way of putting it, Trevor student. I have never had to explain that to anybody before. That's interesting. It's so interesting, it's making me die. You've never heard the term before. Well, now you have. Alright, 90% health with 3 fairies. Going into the last 2 stages. We'll see what happens. Yeah, don't mind me, guys, if I'm not looking at chat for the rest of the game. I'm trying to get a 1cc while also beating the true final boss, so we've come really close. But yeah, this is definitely going to be my last run, and then I'll switch over to Time Splitters. I'm not looking good so far. Just collected my first fairy. You only get 3. %65 health. This Raiden is on every modern platform. It's Raiden V. Yeah, you're right, Red Dwarf. I've never really had anyone ask about the rules before. It is good that people read them. I do need to sort of restructure them, because I looked at them the other day and I was like, man, I sound like an asshole. Like, I can be a dick, but I'd like to think I'm not an asshole. Thanks, Travis Student. That's fairy number 2. I need to get to the end of the next level without using another one. Holy shit, why is it taking me so long to die? Oh yeah, no, I've gotten salty. I got salty at this game last week. Actually, earlier this week, too. Great, not good. Going into the last level with no fairies. Health is at 65%. I gotta focus on learning these boss patterns. That's what it's really coming down to. It's not even the levels themselves, it's the boss fights, typically. So if I spend time with, like, the boss mission mode, I should be good. I should, you know, that should prep me enough to be able to get the 1 credit clear, finally. Hmm. I was hoping to do that without taking a hit. But apparently I had another fairy in store. I don't know how. I thought you could only have 3 maximum. Maybe, maybe fairies actually stack. Yeah, I don't know what's up, Trevor student. It is kind of weird. My Twitch streams haven't been getting a lot of viewership lately. I did lower the resolution to 720p. I wonder if that helped. Streaming at too high of a resolution might make it so people have a hard time watching. I don't know. But I mean, I always had quality settings though, so figured if people had problems, they could just switch. Jesus, I had another... Yeah, these fairies must stack past 3. I thought you could only get 3 maximum. No, you're right, Red Dwarf. I think people do forget about quality settings, which is unfortunate. Oh, God, jeez, another fairy. Another, holy, what the fuck? Dude, I'm, like, I've got a full stash of fairies. See, now I wish I played better, because that would pretty much would have guaranteed me victory. Alright, final bosses. Yeah, well, if you tab out Trevor Student, apparently Twitch automatically lowers your resolution to like 360p. It's really weird. It's really messed with my, the streams that I'm watching. Alright, this is the true final boss. So this is the very last part. I have 54% health, 4 bombs. We're probably not going to get another cheer usage. Yeah, I mean, Aquas has been doing this for a long time, though, and he only streams on Twitch. And he's also a very good player, very good streamer. He interacts with everyone. Dude, I think we just fucking did it. Because of all those extra fairies I got. Oh, wait, no. Fuck, there's still this form. Jesus Christ. That was really sloppy, but we actually got it. That was it right there. That was it. Super sloppy, but we got it. So we just got my first full 1 credit clear in this game. After like... Dude, I've played this game so many times. And I didn't even beat my high score without even beating the game. That's pathetic. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. I saw this ending on someone else's playthrough where they got a 1cc. So the text is different. Well, you're supposed to find a good position, Trevor Student, and then dodge appropriately, but I don't know these patterns very well at all, so... Hey, Chenty. Yeah, me too. I wanna play through it again. I've never beaten it, but a couple years ago on Twitch, I fired it up and we played a good ways through it, and it was pretty fun. But back when it came out, I bought it right away, but I barely played it, and then I just put it on the shelf and forgot about it. Yeah, the endings are definitely a downside. Oh yeah, for some reason full motion video doesn't pick up on game capture, so you guys can't even see it. It's the same credits, it's nothing special. And not a single cheer in that game. And it's still not picking back up. My game capture just crapped out. Well, that's awesome. I'll definitely make a highlight of that, post it to my Twitch YouTube channel. So, super sloppy, but I will get better at it because we've got the boss missions here.